Where's your jacket? It's cold outside. You're gonna get sick. Who is this person you're probably thinking about? This was a person for me who influenced me in many different ways and who also took care of me when I was little. This is also the person who spoiled me to death as a child, even though I probably didn't deserve it. This was my grandpa. He had a very big role in my life and obviously took care of me ever since I was a newborn. Ever since his recent death, I seem to realize what a great person he was and how hard it is not to have him. But I know he's in a better place, and he's watching over me as of right now, probably. He was sweet and stubborn, but his stubbornness got to him a lot. But even though he was stubborn, it also made him sweet. I know he had a stubborn mindset, a giving heart, and a great relationship with God. These things in life has influenced me today to be a better person and a great person, just like my grandpa. My grandpa had a stubborn mindset. It never matches anyone who I ever knew. Since he had a stubborn mindset, this means he had a really big self-esteem. Always acted younger than he actually was. In his mind, he was 30 in a 77-year-old's body. He's always overestimated himself. Let me explain. When we tried putting him in a wheelchair, he did not like that idea. He threw a fit and said, "People are going to think I'm old and sick," which he kind of was. In his mind, this wasn't right. But I think of this as a positive because at the time, he had diabetes and kidney disease and much more health problems. Yet, he thought he was always stronger than he actually was. These things in life haven't, even though he was stubborn, didn't mean he didn't have a good heart. No matter what, my grandpa loved everyone, and always welcomed people into his home, especially children. He loved children when kids were younger that always played with my aunt and uncles. They always play with my aunt and uncles, and now today as adults, they come over and check on their well-being. He didn't just help kids around the neighborhood that didn't have a good home life. He helped kids in children's hospitals, specifically St. Jude's. Every month, he would donate to that hospital for the past many years. Even though he had a heart out for kids, he loved his grandchildren as well. No matter what, he always made sure there was sweets, candy, and ice cream on the grocery list, no matter what. And he always had this drawer that was full of Little Debbie snacks. And sadly, that's not there today, which I'm gonna miss. Between the ages of 3 to 5 years old, he would spoil you to death. Especially, this was for his grandchildren. He would always go to the stores and buy you expensive toys. There's no doubt in his heart, he was filled with family and the Lord. My grandpa taught me how to become closer with God and was a role model for me. Every morning he woke up and prayed and read the Bible, no matter what, before he did anything else. This amazes me because the world has so many distractions and is full of hate, but he always made sure he had time for the Lord. I remember one day before I went to Washington, D.C. in 8th grade, he made sure to say a prayer over me. He put his hand over my head and said to God, "Please watch over my grandchild and make sure there's angels guiding her." Now, if he never done these things, I probably would never have had a closer relationship with God. My grandpa definitely planted a seed for me to become closer with God. These things in life have influenced me today to become a great person, just like my grandpa. As you could see, he had a big impact on me and taught me many different things. Having a stubborn mindset can have a positive outlook, having a giving heart to his family and people to show love. And my favorite of all, having a great relationship with God. Have a person like this and spend time with them. I am very thankful that God sent my grandpa to me.